Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sea of Souls episode 64. Thank you for joining us. We are happy to be here to play some D&D.
We're here to let it all hang out. We're here to stand up and shout. And we're here to do things our way.
Or the highway. Interesting pre-stream combos we were having. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Keep on supporting us, and maybe those pre-stream discussions will get put up on Patreon.
Oh my god! If we did just a super cut.
Oh man, I gotta start secretly recording our pre-stream now.
That's true.
Sign up to receive 3-hour podcasts on Star Wars every single week.
Oh man, you're gonna get me. Don't get the ADHD DM rabbit trailing. Okay, we'll all be in trouble. Keep going. But anyways, thanks for joining us. Make sure you check out our link tree so you can find all of our socials, and you can catch the VODs on YouTube. Do all things. We do have some announcements coming. We're not quite prepped for things this evening, but coming soon, I promise. There's some really exciting news. And so just throwing that teaser out. You got to stay tuned. You got to follow and be up to date in order to be ready for the news. I'll just leave it at that. But we're here to play D&D, so we should probably do that. I don't know.
I thought we were here to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Well,
No, that's later. That's another Patreon goal.
That's the after stream. But yeah,
you can't just give this out for free, Devin. We have to think of the brand. We have to think about growth.
That's right. We're gonna branch out into all kinds of things.
Oh yeah.
Every time you tune into this stream, Craig has to give me 20 cents.
Whoa.
Wait, you did not agree to that.
I changed the contract. Pray I don't change it further.
Topical.
Topical, indeed.
Anyway.
I have a cream for that. All right.
What is with us today?
We're in a good mood. We're here to play some D&D.
This is unprofessional.
For me, I'm
so are
unwinding.
we.
You know.
Episode 64.
Mm-hmm.
On the road from Enhold into the swampy forests leading south to Sothold, you are ambushed in the woods by trees coming alive with eyes, teeth, tentacles, flowers uprooting and attacking you with acid and vines, and root appendaged tree crawlers. I can read my own sentence, I promise. Root appendaged tree crawlers with gaping maws of teeth and vicious attacks. And you've put them down, not without a fight. But you're not out of the woods yet.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
We pick up right where we left off last week. The visages on the trees have sort of begun to move back and kind of take on their bark-like appearance once more, but the illusion doesn't entirely fade away. You can still, even without true sight, Jannar, you can see them fully there. But even those of you without that true sight, they're still kind of just like hanging out. You can see how the bark has certain shapes and stuff to it that aren't natural. And if you look close enough, you can see an eye here and there. And so you're definitely aware that these trees have not gone dormant. They're still watching and waiting.
Back to their idle animation?
Exactly. Flick, you've been decently hurt.
Yeah. Better. Thin voice.
You have a moment of calm, but are surrounded by oddities, twisted, unnatural flora.
I suppose one might say that we didn't see the trees for the forest.
All right, good night, everyone. We'll catch you next week, because we can't top that. So that's
Well, I mean,
gonna be one of those
that's
nights,
That's
man.
Twitter talk.
gonna be one of those nights. I'm here for it.
All right. So the trees are alive.
The sound of music.
I mean, technically, all trees are alive. These ones specifically appear to be actively hostile towards us.
Yeah. I don't see any more plants coming at us. Dinar, could you, with your magic-y eyes of all seeing, do you see anything else that we should be hyper aware of?
Well, my ability lets me see, but only to a certain distance, so there's only so many times in a day I can use it. And I can only see so far.
Yes.
I can't even see to the end of the...
Can we assume that the rest of this
trail here.
forest is likely just as bad?
I think that it would be for the best if we presume so.
So also to note, your true sight is up to a minute or one encounter, and so since we have just come out of an encounter, I'd say you're on the tail end of it. So you see the trees, and your true sight is now kind of fading out at this point because it is expired.
But can you see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No.
Not very good true sight, then.
If I may interject, we cannot rely on the captain's true sight to get us through this forest. However, we do still have work to be done here, and delaying it will only complicate things further. We should tread with caution, but I think in this case, this may be one of those situations where the only way out is through, as it were. I think that we should proceed. Captain, I will continue to take the lead. If I may be so bold as to offer a suggestion, maybe try and conserve your ability unless we find ourselves in a situation where it is absolutely necessary to navigate our way forward. We should ration it if it can't be used indefinitely.
And I think that's wise, because I can really only see for another 3 minutes, so this trail is much longer than that.
Flick, you come up front with me. You might not have true sight, but you do have the best eyesight of the crew, so
and
you may be able to pick up on...
Don't forget the ears, man.
Ears.
Speaking of which, Flick, please give me a perception check with advantage for hearing. This is a hearing based. First roll tonight, folks.
Advantage perception. Blam. Solid 16, middle of the pack.
Okay. That's lower than your passive, isn't it?
Passive is 50.
Passive 15, okay.
Old 11.
Oh, right. Talen's is stupid.
Talen's got the stupid.
But with your hearing, however, as you move forward towards Torque, you can't quite make out the source, but you do hear some rustling coming off of sort of this side path. It sounds like it's different than the plants rustling. It sounds more like a creature or a person or something else, like moving from shrubs, possibly trying to stay hidden, but you manage to catch a hint of movement.
Skipper, we got some critters inbound. Starboard side here.
Right.
Orc will keep his weapon at the ready.
Form up, everybody get ready.
As you all kind of prepare yourselves and looking in that direction, you hear a very loud, audible sigh. Well, all right, I guess the gig is up. Stepping out of the undergrowth, looking somewhat disheveled, still in a very finely cut and tailored suit,
Oh God.
but with some tears on it, a rather nasty looking gash on his arm. You see the one and only Runix.
There's a blast
Oh.
from the past.
I
I see.
hope this is another clone because I never get tired of killing this one.
He steps forward and I have to tell you, gentlemen, I have walked this road many times. Never have I seen such interesting flora as that which has assailed you and myself, might I add. Curious, is it not?
Certainly convenient.
Oh, I had nothing to do with this, I promise. That's. I will admit that, yes, I have been tailing you. My unsuccessful scry perhaps gave Dinar a hint of that as well. I noticed you noticing me.
A
Yeah, I was
pity
wondering who
then
that
we
was.
dealt with the trees before they could finish you off.
A fair sentiment. Believe it or not, I come not to fight.
I vote not.
In fact, I'm not even here of my own will. I was more than happy to let you gents sail away from port and be about your business once I learned that you'd left, as there was a lot of other business happening that I needed to attend to. But it would seem that fate had something else in mind, as here we are. And as you can see from the real blood on my arm here, I am in fact here literally in the flesh.
Well,
Like the real me.
I mean, there's an easy way to prove that, but okay.
I'm sure there is. You will also note that I am unarmed, have no weapon on me. Again, not by choice. You can definitely see there's a strain, like he has a smile. He's trying to keep that same sort of cocky, self-sure, like demeanor that you remember, but it's strained. It's not as genuine as previously. He's putting on an air, and it's noticeable, very noticeable. This is awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, really. I'm just trying to decide whether. What do you think, Torque? Do you want to bash his head in, or do we string him up first?
Why are you here?
The
I would be happy to explain that. It would require you giving me a chance. I understand very much that you'd be more than happy to bash my head in.
Torque is just gonna kind of give a look to Dinar and just like actually, you know what? Dinar, Torque is just gonna look over at Dinar, and then in Draconic he's going to say, "Permission to take the lead, Captain."
Dinar will respond in Draconic.
Yeah, sure, but we're going to hear him out first. No bashing until I give the cue.
Runix, the captain has graciously offered to hear out your explanation. However,
Wonderful.
I am making the executive decision that this is not the safest place for a conversation.
Oh, I'm very much aware of that.
However, in order for us to get you out of here safely, I'm going to have to ask you to consent to certain concessions. Namely, that we will be binding your wrists with rope and that you will be traveling in the center of our marching order so that you may not attempt to do anything suspicious while our backs are turned to you.
I literally have no choice but to agree.
Isn't that true?
So
Glad to hear it. I will
Shall-
gladly scamper over and start hog tying him.
watch
Make
the
sure to frisk him as well. He might still have
just-
something on him that you didn't mention.
for your own sake. Watch the bite. One of those little flowers dumped a little bit of acid on me, and anyway,
Is that
possibly
really?
contagious.
Is that what that bite looks like?
You can give me a medicine check.
I was gonna offer.
I hate
Medicine
to sound,
or nature.
I hate to
medicine or
sound
nature.
meta, but I can't help but notice the howling wolves in the background noise this week. So
You're wrong.
okay.
Um,
Sorry, so you said medicine or nature?
I have a proficiency in medicine. If you want me to give you advantage.
I am better at nature, but I'm trained in neither. So I'll take the advantage on medicine. Sure. If I can.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's an 8 and a 16, so 16 plus 1, 17.
It does look consistent to sort of some of the wounds that you yourselves have from this fight.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it seems to be. You do see signs of acid eating away at some of the flesh, so it seems consistent. He's telling the truth.
Seems legit.
All right, Flick, be careful
Would-
of that acid.
Would I know how to neutralize an acid?
That's a question.
And it sounds like a pretty basic solution.
Hey!
Zing.
All right, once again, folks, we'll see you next.
Science humor.
I'm going through my bag here. I've got some poison sea slugs I could rub on it, or just good old fashioned
Poison sea slugs.
I've got 3 poison sea slugs.
Give me a. I feel like this isn't. Would be medicine. That's not really medicine because it's more of like chemistry.
Arcana? Can I do Arcana?
Sure. Arcana. It's kind of
All right.
has to do with
Why
like
Arcana
reagents
check?
and
Come
stuff. And
Oh yeah,
Oh my.
20. Dirty 20.
yeah,
I'll take it.
anything that would be a base. Even if you have any like milk or
I've got this
like a
this
dirt, like a
bar of
mud.
soap that I never used. And I was
I mean, if
Soap,
he's got-
yeah, I would
if-
kill the
if-
bacteria like a mud paste of some sort.
If he's got, if Flick has milk, it's probably curdled.
True, but it's still base. So
It's still a base.
it'll sting a bit, but all the better.
yeah,
The last thing that I want is for him, like, eating through the rope
Mm,
with his
Yeah.
acidic wounds. So
interesting.
good point.
Okay.
Good point.
And also, he is, I guess, a prisoner of war now, so we do need to be, treating him humanely.
Sorry, which side is he on other than the dirtbag side? Isn't he? Aren't you an independent contractor?
I think we can.
I was. Unfortunately, that is no longer the case.
Awesome. Ropes going around the ankles.
No, just the wrists. We need him to walk.
Oh,
I'll hold the other.
Appreciated.
Trust me, little guy. This is not the first time I've rigged someone up for a shackle walk, shall we say? Chain gang.
Shackle walk.
He's kind of inspecting your work, and he's like, "Yeah, indeed. Good
I have
work."
seen a chain gang or two in my day. I am all over this.
Give me an insight check. Flick.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm incredible. I've been watching this guy since he showed up.
Knocked it out of the park.
When you mention chain gang, you catch the briefest of kind of look of recognition and pain in his eyes. There's a connection when you say that, and it's not a gleeful like, oh, chain gang, but there's something deep in there. There's an inner wound where he looks at you and he just, and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm. I will note that okay, we might have some common ground in our backgrounds, perhaps.
Yeah, you know that look well because you yourself,
Yeah.
you're intimately familiar with it. We'll say it that way.
All right. Well,
And it's he does a really good job of just like, if you weren't paying so close attention or right up close, you would have missed it because it's gone right away. But yeah.
And as my various misclicks into chat have indicated, I will definitely be using mending to make sure that the rope is nice and secure. And
Perfect. Okay. So you have bound Runix. He's going to be in the midst of you. Torque, you would be back to normal size at this point, I believe.
Oh yeah, I'm in Smallland once again.
In small.
I'm trying to remember that it's been a moment since we fought the clone or simulacrum or whatever it was of him. Was he a spellcaster? Was that clone a spellcaster?
I think you can cast simulacrum on another person, so I don't think.
I think it was more so when we fought him. Do we recall him using any spell casting?
Oh.
I don't think he did. I think he just had a knife.
I don't think he did either.
Also, you guys remember, he had wizards with him who were doing all the spellcasting?
I pushed one of them off a roof.
Yes. With a wave, I believe.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because he mentioned that he tried to scry on us, but I suppose it didn't necessarily have to be him.
Or magic. I'm also pat him down. Does he have a scrying device on him?
Give me an investigation check, and
That's a
I will
great
give you advantage
question.
because he cannot resist right now, and he's tied up.
Right. Investigation. I rolled an 11.
11. Okay. You're confident that his suit, his attire, probably has some hidden pockets and the like in them, because in his actual pockets you find literally nothing. But you can feel there's okay, there's got to be something here, but you're actually unable to determine where. He can't be this empty-handed and literally empty. He's got nothing on him. He's wearing his suit. There's nothing in his pockets.
Dinar,
Yeah.
you want to do one of them cursory magic-y scans on this guy?
If you want
How
to
about
hang...
I just start cutting his coat open? How's that sound? I got a knife right here. He doesn't need the coat no more.
I mean, that's such a nice coat. It'd be a shame.
We have his wrists bound. That I assume does something to inhibit his ability to do spells.
That will prevent
I really
him
think
from...
that we should be having this whole conversation in a much safer space.
This is a walk and talk. All right.
Before you even have a chance to turn and begin your walk once more, the ground trembles.
What does Runix look like when the ground trembles?
He's just as surprised as you are. The trees, their faces kind of come back out hungrily, and the eyes growing wide once more as the teeth open up, long tentacle tongues reaching out, looking hungry, salivating. Another rumble. At the crossroads, a strange hole, almost more of a portal than a natural hole, begins to kind of erupt out of the ground. And a truly alien creature emerges, something you have never seen, something beyond your imagination. It's almost looks like it's made of bone, but with muscle underneath the bone rather than on top of it. It's got a tiny head with 2 eyes, no mouth, no other orifices at all. Its clawed hands, the knuckles actually bends backwards the opposite way as there's other spikes and little claws kind of coming off of it. Truly something alien. And it steps out of its portal-like hole.
Runix, is this guy with you?
No. I have no idea what that is, and I don't really want to find out, especially now that I'm all tied up.
Anybody else know what that thing is?
You!
I think it's about to tell us.
Hawks.
You have proven to be a thorn in my master's side.
Was that a tree pun?
That will end now. You will die. He will return. It will be as it will be. We're going right back into combat. Ain't everybody roll initiative?
Hey!
I don't think that it is. I don't think that it's friendly to us.
I
What makes you think that?
Riscady.
Are we rolling? We're rolling fresh initiative.
Yes, we are rolling
Okay.
fresh initiative.
That sounds like you were asking to roll insight. You know, you really peered into his motives here. That's
I mean, I was gonna say maybe athletics, but I don't know.
Yeah, let me know what you guys want to. What you want to go with here?
I mean, I guess insight. It's the same as my regular initiative, so we'll just do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Boink,
this creature
7.
bear any significant appearance to like the things we saw with old brain guy?
When it comes around to you, you can certainly give me a.
I was mainly trying to think
Nature
like
check.
because
Check
Talon
for
still
life,
has like
but-
PTSD from those things,
Mm.
so I'm wondering because that would probably influence the initiative.
It is definitely very alien and void-like. So I'd say there's a connection that can be drawn for sure. It is not of this world, that you can be certain, and so like everything from the void, its figure just doesn't make sense. So
Cool.
Can I?
I think I'll
roll
do.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I will do survival then because I'm like trying not to have an anxiety attack, and I feel like
okay.
it's survival.
yeah,
You can do like a saving throw as initiative.
12. Okay, that seems appropriate.
I was also going to ask if Dinar could do survival because we're in this really strange woods, and so I'm not sure who else might be a threat. If the trees are also going to be a threat in here.
sure. I'll allow it.
That is also +4 because of my. Is it tactical wit?
You just got a 26 initiative.
Yeah, because I get to add my intelligence modifier to the initiative as well.
Nice.
if that's okay.
Um,
Everybody else roll though, because I might be giving that away.
Yeah, I already rolled a 7 on mine. It was not a proud moment.
I'm wondering, could I be potentially trying to suss out, saw the portal forming and was trying to figure out what that thing was in the first place and roll Arcana for this?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. I'd allow that.
Great. Used up all my good rolls.
Oh no.
I am going to, now that everybody's rolled initiative, I'm going to use my tactician feat, and I'm going to swap initiatives with. Man, Torque and Flick really both sucked. I was just going to flip it with Torque, but Flick as well is so low.
You guys suck.
Well, it's not that they
It wasn't
suck.
great.
It's
It
just
wasn't
unfortunate. It's just unfortunate rolls. Now I have two options for who I would switch initiative with. You know what? I'll switch initiative with Flick because Flick is a lot more damage than Torque. So Flick can go 26. I'll go 9. And that will be the tactician.
You want
So Flick can get himself out of harm's way, you mean? Or
You're-
Yeah, so
switching with Flick?
I'm switching with
Okay.
Flick. Yeah, so I'll go 9. He goes 26. And then he has more. He has the first opportunity to actually do something about his health if he wants.
Oh, about the bad guy's health, you mean? Because that's
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you have a potion or something, or maybe you can move out of harm's way to start. I don't know. But now you get first blow.
well. Let's just see then. All right. All right. So I'll move up. I mean, let's just light this guy up, shall we? I'll start with a booming blade, and we'll see how that goes. Ooh, 25 to hit. Pretty good.
25 will hit. Yes.
All right. So 9 slashing, 7 thunder, and he'll take 23 damage if he moves.
That's pretty amazing.
So sorry. So that was 9.
9 slashing, 7 thunder.
Can't math right now. 16.
Yo.
Yep.
Okay.
And that all looked like it affected it appropriately.
You definitely like made a mark on his outer bone skin stuff.
All right, then. Hack him again.
And little wisps of like purplish black energy kind of come off.
Bonus action, whip. 17 gonna hit.
17 does hit.
Hooray. Another 9 slashing.
Okay.
And then crazy. Not super crazy. I will just action surge. Hit him again 2 more times.
Wow. Okay.
Bang, bang. All right. Well, the 12's probably gonna.
12 will not hit. No.
But I will definitely throw my Fury of the Small on that last flip. 21 damage on that.
Dang.
Okay, so 17 does hit.
I just realized the bar's not showing.
Oh,
He's down.
okay. You've done some good damage.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You've ripped into him quite a bit.
And I've got 10 feet of movement left, so I'm going to go. All right. Bring it on, Scruffy.
Okay. On his turn. First, Fleck, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. As you step away from it, you find yourself staring at its strange form and its small red beady eyes. And suddenly your body just starts to freeze and then tremble. And even though you lashed out of this thing and you've been attacking and you kind of step back and coming face to face with whatever the heck this thing is in its maddening form, you can see now that up close the bone is like shifting and you see like a face here and there just peering all over it every now and then, almost like the body itself is screaming in these otherworldly voices. You find yourself overcome with terror. You are afraid of it. You're frightened until the start of your next turn. If you're concentrating on a spell, you must succeed on a concentration check or lose the spell.
Nope.
So you must use your turn until the end of your next turn. You must move as far away from it as you possibly can.
Oh, sorry. Until the start of its next turn.
Sorry, your next turn. Sorry, yeah. Until the on a failed save, you are frightened until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, you wouldn't be
That's
forced to
the-
run away
that's-
then.
So that's got to be until the start of its next turn then. Sorry, let me just read because that doesn't make any sense. That's a useless thing if you're just frightened.
Just the-
Okay, well, because that would be useless, I'm going to rule that it's the start of its next turn, as in like this entity's next turn.
That makes sense.
Because that makes more sense than that start of your next turn because you've already moved. You being frightened now isn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
At the start of your next turn, you're just like, I'm not scared.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so until the start of its next turn, you are afeared of it
Okay,
and must
do I-
run away.
Now, does it also have a... The frightened condition on its own doesn't make you run away. Does it also have a thing that makes me run away?
Yes.
Okay.
It's part of the maddening form effect is that
Okay.
you being afeared and you go, I gotta get out of here. You've seen through the other side and it is like terror. Yeah, it's fills your brain with terror that you can't comprehend.
All right.
Don't
And
worry, I have counter charm.
and it is going to use
The most useful bard ability of all. I mean,
He's going
except in this
to-
case, it actually is.
summon forth two entities from twisting vines and grasses on the forest floor. You see the dimensional shambler, its eyes kind of like almost like wave as it kind of looks around, and these two forms kind of grow up out of the undergrowth.
Ew.
And then it is going to step between and enter a another plane.
Oh,
Eh.
On the upside, I can move freely.
I was going to say, does that mean Flick's not?
Yeah. The source of his fear is gone.
The
I can
grass
run away in any direction.
begins to grow once more,
oh,
as you
jeez.
saw it previously. Runix, his feet are not tied, right? Is anybody currently holding onto the rope, or is Flick the one holding it?
I set him up in full chain gang format, so he can walk, but he cannot run. Is basically
Okay.
He can shamble,
Yeah.
much like the shambler.
I'm gonna move these things out of the way. He is going to shamble. He's gonna do a double move. Say his speed's probably halved. 15, 5, 10, 15. He's not like trying to escape you guys. You just see him kind of like moving away and he's just like, I can't really fight. So I'm gonna stay back here.
Yeah. We want him alive. I don't
Kill
think
him.
any of us know speak with dead.
No.
Oh, that was so good in the movie. I laughed.
Such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Mr. Talon.
Yeah, well, he's gone now, isn't he? Guess we'll deal with these vine things. I could just attack them, I suppose, but I've got... Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's... More plants. Is it better? I don't really think having a bird is going to help here. I don't think. What's the canopy look like?
Very thick and overgrown.
Can we see the
blocking out
sky?
the sun.
We can't see the sky at all?
Like barely, like filtering through.
Would I know that call lightning is probably not going to work?
Yeah. You know your spells well enough to be like, you can't see the sky above you.
Yeah, like
through
all
the
I'm going to end up
canopy.
doing is just electrocuting the canopy if I,
Yeah.
right?
Starting a forest fire, yeah.
I mean,
Content
not-
warning.
that's not necessarily
not the worst idea.
the worst.
Although given current circumstances or recent circumstances, content warning.
Yes. I would also say that while we're in the forest, maybe not the best time to do that.
Yeah.
We have business in the forest yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many AoE spells. All right, I am going to then.
You have Age of Empire spells? Cool.
Yeah, all of them. Whoa. I'm going to assume fog cloud ain't gonna work. So I think we will do good old summoning. Capture the wild things and bring them in line.
Convert their catapults.
And on what was never your right to confine. I want a 4th level slot to use this. All right. I am going to summon, pull out the feather, blow into it to cause an entire burst of feathers and bring out large Willy Redtail.
Big Willie style.
And by large, I mean small.
Big Willie style.
Yeah.
Jack, do you have inspiration?
He's been on a roll today.
If I don't, I guess I do now. Is that what you're
Oh
telling
yeah. I thought
Okay.
that you had it still, but
Chat has been requesting that you receive inspiration, so
me? Oh, well, who am I to deny giving the people what they want?
if you don't, you do now.
Time to eat some salad. That's my action. So Torque, I think, would still have my bardic inspiration from the previous fight since it lasts for 10 minutes, right?
So, yeah.
Still have it active on him. There. He's the musical notes, so
Yeah. I figured it would still be the case. Oh, jeez. I need more bonus actions. All right. I'm going to... I don't know if I want to take cover behind anything. Everything in this forest wants to kill me. I am going to get... Ooh. Okay, I'm going to move up a bit to get... I'm going to keep an eye on Runix, but I'm going to move up ahead, just kind of come up next to Torque, kind of between Dinar and Torque. And then I'm going to send Willie 60 feet. So he is going to fly 25 feet to this guy here and dive bomb him. Question.
answer.
My fractured ability, that gives advantage to me only?
Yes. Wait, let me remember how I...
It says giving you advantage. So I assume it only applies to me and it would not apply to an attack made by a creature I've summoned.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured. Okay. Then he will just be attacking at normal then, I believe.
Okay.
All right, that's a 9.
A
And a
9
14.
is not going to hit. 14 will hit.
Excellent. So Willie will rake his claws into the salad for 15 piercing damage.
It does nothing.
Nothing?
Good to know.
Nothing.
Oh, my.
Well, I
Willie,
mean,
that-
it's a big, massive vines. I guess
Willie-
piercing wouldn't necessarily
This
be all
is
that.
very good to
good.
know. Most of what I do is piercing, if it's not a big spell. Willie is then going to fly over, and I'm going to assume he can't grab me because that would count as an action.
Yes.
Okay.
That
And I'm going to have him fly up kind of just next and perch on my arm for now.
okay.
And kind of prepare to launch us into the I'm not gonna I was gonna say if I don't think gust of movement lets me go straight up, does it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, yeah, I can't change elevation. All right, I think that'll be that then for now.
Cool. Dinar.
I think Dinar will take one step back as more defensive towards Runix, not retreating. And
Yeah,
then from that
I am
position-
wanting to keep one eye on him as well the whole time.
I also just want to stay relatively close in case something attacks him, since he can't defend
Point.
himself.
Mostly.
And then once there, Dinar will conjure up a mote of fire, and he will throw it at the golem down on the right side of the screen, left side of our trail in front of us. Since fire was so effective last time, we'll try it
This
here.
guy,
So
sorry, this one over here.
that one there. So this is plus 8, 16, so 24 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. And because we are level 12, that's going to be 3d10.
I will also, of course, I assume everyone saw it, but I will also be like, stabbing does not appear to work.
So I rolled pretty good. That's a 7 and 3, 10, 9, so 19 fire damage on that
Okay.
golem.
Doesn't seem to have extra effect, but it does definitely hurt it.
Hurt it. Okay.
It does the exact damage that you rolled.
Well, if piercing doesn't work, magic does.
If only I had fire magic.
I don't think the fire is the problem or the solution. I think
I haven't
magic is the
visited the fire
solution.
tribe yet.
Yeah.
Fire is always the solution.
I think magic in general will deal damage to them.
Is that it for you, Dinar? Or?
That'll be my turn.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Torque.
Torque is going to step forward and go into a rage. As he does so, he's just going to hold Whelming Wrath out horizontally and just like run his hand along the handle. And as he does, it's going to start dripping with that briny, acidic seawater.
Nice.
I'm going to try acid damage and see if that does anything.
Briny, the briny way at water.
You know what? You flavored it too well. I can't. So I'm going to attack the one to my right first. This is going to be a reckless attack.
The one to Torque's right. So this guy. Or that guy?
No,
that
sorry,
guy,
no.
okay.
Stage right.
Okay.
To the east. And so 29 to hit.
Don't look to the east. 29 hits. Yes.
Okay, that's going to be 16 bludgeoning damage plus plus 3 acid.
All seems effective.
Oh. Okay.
Well, in that case, I'll do it again. Oof. Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Glad it wasn't the nat one. So 21 bludgeoning plus big money
Hey.
plus 6 acid damage.
Not bad. Not bad.
It is almost of the dead.
Well, as long as I got movement, I'm also just gonna move myself here just to interpose myself between the creature and Tailend,
Okay,
and I'll just go ahead and end my turn there.
amazing. Flick, you are not afeared. Well, you are, but you're not under the frightened.
Looking
You
at
still got like nightmarish visions in your head. You're like, oh,
All right.
you don't even know what you saw, but it was wrong. The best way you can describe it is like that. That just wasn't right. I don't even know what that was.
Oh, crud. I don't think I can get between.
Oh, I gotta roll initiative. These guys actually. And they are in the fight. Man, did they roll amazing. Look at that.
Well, I mean, at least they're already in the right spot.
Mm.
Move to here.
Yar.
Wing blade this one. See if we can finish this guy off. 14.
14, exactly what you need.
Oh.
Nice. Oof.
Good to know.
Hopefully 25 damage is super dead.
Especially with the slashing, seems to be super effective.
Nice.
As you whip at it, and it just like explodes into vines and leaves and blades of grass.
Interesting.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
20, I guess. How far am I? 30.
Anything else for Flick?
No, I think I'm done.
Okie dokie.
Well, the forest is on the turn order now.
Oh, it was before.
Oh.
Dinar,
Yes.
you feel maddening wrenching of reality beside you.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's a great description. That's exactly what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
As the dimensional shambler appears right beside you.
That's terrifying.
In shambles.
That's a 29 to hit
Oh boy.
Just a little bit.
for 13 slashing damage.
Oh my.
How much you want to bet this thing's immune to charm?
Probably.
And that's a crit.
Oh, God.
Oh.
For another 21 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Constitution saving throw. I'm not amazing at these, but I'm not terrible.
15. 15 was a fail.
Okay, so I rolled a 13. I have a 4, so it's 17.
17 will succeed.
Ah,
Good.
narrowed it down.
Its beady red eyes kind of look close to you and seem to pierce into your soul. And you hear not its voice, but another voice, familiar, that you've heard before. You're not rid of me yet, pesky creatures. You hear the voice of Triskades.
Hmm.
The grass begins to grow longer and spiky. Flick and Torque, make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Would I have advantage on this due to danger sense?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ooh.
I would also like to use my bardic inspiration. What is that now?
The D8?
It's a D8, yeah.
Okay.
So Fleck, you're good. You save.
So that brings me up to a 19.
So you both save.
You're
You managed
welcome.
to kind of sidestep around as like the grass grows thorny spines and tries to like literally poke at you, and you manage to like go, move out of the way. Those of you who are currently standing on the road are unaffected.
Well, that's good. I picked a good spot to stand, I suppose.
Yeah.
Runix, doesn't know what to do.
Yep.
He's going to. Runix is going to ready in action. Kalen.
Going to ready in action, you say?
Yes.
All right.
Turn
I'm
tail
going
and
to
run.
gamble. I'm going to gamble that this thing's immune to psychic damage. I think that's a fair assessment to make. So that really limits my options here. I think, have I noticed its movement at all? It's just been teleporting. I haven't really seen it like walk or anything, right?
You haven't seen it walk at all. It literally came through a portal, disappeared, and appeared right beside Dinar, seemingly stepping. It almost seems like it's like stepping through the plane, stepping through existence. It's just like there.
Hmm.
Hence the dimensional shambler.
I'm going to get Willie to grab onto my shoulders and basically carry me aloft into the air to get me away from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to get in close to this guy. Only maybe 10 feet up, just high enough that the ground is no longer near me.
Okay.
But do we think that those vine golems are immune to psychic?
I mean,
That one
it is
hasn't-
golem.
That one hasn't done much yet, has it?
No, because they just appeared. Neither one of them have done anything because they were summoned,
And then they haven't had a chance to do anything.
and now they just entered the initiative this round.
We know they're immune to piercing damage, which sucks. I would like. Do I go for broker? Do I test it? I don't really have many other ranged options. I'm going to get it to make a wisdom save as I cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Mm.
Hi! Hi!
Your vines suck.
You fight like a dairy farmer!
Well, I just got a nat 20
Oh.
plus 0, so 20.
You fight like a cow.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Well, I mean, it had to make a save, so that tells us something.
Can I kind of want to silvery barbs that, but I don't know if I want to use my reaction already.
You fight like a dairy farmer, and it's like, what's a dairy farmer? I don't get it.
I better hold on to that.
It's just too stupid to get it. basically.
Yeah, I don't want to burn my reaction right now. That's not ideal to me. All right, let's throw a bardic inspiration on Dinar. Hey, Dinar, word of advice: don't be near it.
Thanks, good tip.
Yeah,
Safety tippy.
keep the distance between you and that creature more than 0 feet.
So help, much useful.
And I guess that's it, because Willie's used his action to grab me and lift me up with his movement. And my vicious mockery did not work. So.
Right.
Right.
Dinar.
Okay. Okay. So I got two options here. I see it. I can either go into defensive mode or I can try to hit it with something in tight. I do have touch ability.
Thunderwave, because that would do both.
You have like Thunderstep or something?
No, I just have a cantrip, Shocking Grasp, but I can do something to
That
it.
still potentially works.
Yeah.
With a shot.
The other option
Oh,
is I
shocking
throw it.
grasp. Shocking grasp prevents them from taking reactions, so
Yeah, exactly.
you could do that and then run away without getting an opportunity attack.
Oh, that's smart. All right, I will go for a Shocking Grasp. So a melee spell attack against the target. Plus 8. 16 again, so 8 is 24. Does that hit?
Yes, sir.
All right, and because we are 12th level, I get to roll 3d8.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. If I could hit something, it'd be great.
Well, one of them is a good roll. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Plus
I don't
5
like
brings
fighting
us up
plants.
to 9, 10, 11, 13. So 13 lightning damage to the dimensional shambler.
13.
13 lightning, yes.
Okay.
And then, even though Dinar is real hurt, Dinar is going to come over towards Runix and just stand beside him. Hopefully far enough away that the Shambler can't reach me.
I don't know why you just said that. Why did you say that?
Because we haven't seen...
It teleports.
Well, yes, but it can't reach me from where it currently is. I'm assuming it
Yeah.
doesn't have a
But
10-foot reach
You
or 15-foot
mildly
reach.
inconvenienced it now.
Exactly.
All right, is that it for Dinar?
That will be it for Dinar. Yeah,
It might pick another target.
that's the hope, yes.
Or Torque will go get up in its business.
Don't worry, I've got many more insults ready to go. One of them will get it.
The one that you tried to insult has its attention drawn to you and is now
I mean,
coming at you.
I'm in the air.
That's fine. It's made of vines.
Yeah, I was worried about that. So 10 feet, not enough. Good to know.
Nope. It's going to make a thorned vine
Oof.
attack with a reach of 15 feet.
Oh!
Ah!
It's a 25 to hit.
Are golems normally immune to charm?
I don't know.
Oof. Oh man. Is he he's attacking me, right? Like he's wrapping it around
Oh,
my
yeah.
legs.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
That is 9 piercing damage.
Ow.
And you must succeed on a strength saving throw.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's real bad. That's bad. I was worried about something like that. Oh, my
you
God.
just
Nailed it.
succeed.
Nailed it.
Willie
What were
manages
you
to
worried
like.
about?
He's pulling at you, but Willie
Ah,
manages to
get
like keep you up.
I hate plants.
Second attack's going to be 13 to hit.
That will not hit me.
Okay.
Hooray! Now, if only my bird could hurt it.
Torque.
Taylor, do you need some breathing room?
I'll be fine. I got some ideas with this thing.
Go deal with the Shambler. I'll wrap up Stringy here.
Yeah, Torque, please go deal
Okay.
with the Shambler.
I can deal with the
Please,
Shambler. I can
please.
deal with the Shambler and get this guy off your back all in one go.
I mean, if you want.
Okay.
Sounds like you want to do that, so go
Do you-
for it.
Do you want Talon to get away from him, or do you want him to get away from Talon?
I would rather not move from where I am. I feel safe here. I'm on
Okay,
the
then
path.
I'll move him.
Okay.
So 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna move over
Hey-
here.
Hey,
Bonus
Vine
action.
for brains. Turtles are herbivores. Did you hear?
Bonus action, Mighty Impel. This guy will have to make a strength saving throw. Let's see. It's...
That's a 4.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, hey.
it's 8 plus whatever. So, let's see. How far do I move again?
It's a 4.
I can move him 30 feet. So I am. So
Over
like
here, I'm open.
Torque, yeah, Torque is going to run, and as he's running past Talon, he's literally just gonna like take Whelming Wrath and just slap shot. Okay, you want him over to you, Flick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pop him right here for you then.
I'm
You
loving
want
the imagery, just like, bam!
You one more? Just I'm not. Just in case. I
That
need
was
to get
10
away.
feet. So with the rest of my movement,
Yeah, you can make it up there, like that.
I'm gonna move right here actually. Gonna make a reckless attack. Uh, 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Okay, that is going to be 22 magical bludgeoning damage plus
Dang.
plus 1 acid. Yeah, I can't really move, so I probably don't want to push him with Crusher. I will make another attack, though. Actually, you know what? I will push him 5 feet away because I can throw my weapon. I'll push him 5 feet in this direction.
This way?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll wind up and throw Whelming Wrath at him again. 22
Yep.
to hit. So it's an even 20 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning, plus 6 acid damage.
He had exactly 20 hit points left.
Hey.
So I might have gilded the lily a little bit.
So you crack into him, and rather than just kind of like falling dead, you see the bone-like carapace start to crack open, and you see like void light, starlight shimmering through as he kind of cracks apart. You just send me back to him to return again.
Tell him to send someone stronger next time.
Oh!
He will send us all.
Oh, jeez.
I could use the exercise.
Whoa! Man, that Bardic Inspiration's treating you well. We gotta deal with this
So it
other.
just leaves the vine monster.
Oh, hey, we got a. I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots.
Oh, yeah. I already reported it and banned it.
Hello, robot.
You banned him?
Yeah, we're good.
You banhammered him?
Yep.
We're getting random encounters in real life now.
Yeah.
We are, yeah. Interesting.
Van Hammer was super effective.
Indeed it was. All right. Well, that golem is dead. So, Flick, it's your turn.
Sweet. All right. Here's what's going to happen. First page is going to this. That's the move. Swoop in, fly by, help, move out. Then I will Booming Blade using that help advantage. Blam, 24 to hit.
Help.
So, damage roll, but really bad. Anywho, 9 slashing, 4 thunder on that first one.
Okay.
Whip again. Oh, not with advantage. So 20 matter.
Yeah, either way, it's gonna hit.
11 more slash.
Okay.
And I will get off the grass.
Okay, is that it for?
It.
All right. All right. Ooh, interesting. This guy.
There's another one?
You are just in range. The bottom of the 3 giant grotesque trees lashes out its long tongue-like appendage or whatever right towards you, Flick,
All right.
and is going to attempt to grab you.
Mm.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, mine 22.
Somehow you manage the fortitude to resist the pull of this giant tongue. Like, this thing is like the size of a tree that comes at you, and you manage to just with your shield, you push it up and you're like, no.
I figure it's, yeah, shield goes into the ground behind me, and I'm actually turned facing the other way, and just, are not taking me.
It gets close enough to you that you feel the acid dripping off of this thing, indicating that had it grabbed you, would have been bad in multiple ways.
What else is new?
But you managed to evade.
Boy still wants to eat us, guys.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Runix is going to put himself between Torque and Dinar, just right there, as he sees that tree do that. And he looks at the tree that he's sitting right beside. He just goes, Sorry, big fella. I'm going to stand behind your shell here. Just, I don't want to get eaten by a tree.
The first wise decision you've made all day.
In his life.
Possibly. Kalen, your turn.
Okay. There he is over there. Right. Since they seem to be a little bit easier to hit, I don't know if I want to try magical piercing damage, but I'm going to get Willie to fly me in 25 feet. And then fly me down to attack it. Can I? Is it possible for Willie to use the help action while holding me? To kind of throw me in, kind of fly me around to weave and dodge around the creature so I can kind of maneuver myself and keep it on its toes and distract it where it's not really sure where my attack's going to come from.
I feel like in order for him to use the help, he would need to be otherwise unoccupied. Like, he would need to be free to actually do the thing. Whereas if he's holding you, that's kind of what he's doing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's why I asked.
I think it would kind of be one or the other.
Either way on it.
In order to do the help, as in if you're distracting and stuff, you need to actually be able to engage. The way that I understand it, it's you actually need to potentially be a threat.
Yep.
like to engage. Right, he's holding you, so the thing looks at it, but like you're not a threat. You're
No,
holding that guy. So
that seems fine to me. That's why I asked, because I could have gone either way on it myself. So, I then, seeing that the trees and that nature here is still seeming to want to end us, and very much not wanting to continue to deal with these creatures, I, for a moment, consider using my fracture ability. But instead, I think I'll get Willie to throw me at it. And then if he does that, would he be able to use the help action? Because he's no longer holding me. He just kind of darts around the creature. Like if he flies me down to the ground and then lets go and just kind of continues off and starts trying to peck and harass the creature.
I mean, I guess dropping you is a free action. If you're, I can like, sure.
Okay. Then I shall get him to safely drop me onto the ground, and I shall coat the sword as I first produce my pistol and then produce my rapier, saying, "Stand and deliver, for I am the boldest sailor." Give it a good stab with my briny blade. We're at 27 to hit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
16 acid damage.
All right. Here's some of the vines off of it.
Cool. I would then like to Misty Step to not be in front of it anymore.
Cool.
And it's go, boys, go. And I'll get Willie to come back around with Flyby.
Yo.
These things are tough, Flick. Dinar, you may want to light it up. We got to get out of here.
Seeing as
Donar.
how the last time we were in an encounter, the big trees seemed to go dormant when we killed all the lesser threats. I think we need to just finish this fight. So Dinar is going to throw a 4th level magic missile at that last target. So 3, 4, 5, 6 darts at that last golem, hoping to end this encounter. Which is as many D4s as I now have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too many ones. That's way too many ones.
Oh no.
So that's 1 and 1 is 2. Plus 2 is 4. 3 is 7. Plus another 3 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. Plus 6, 20 force damage.
20 force damage.
Ah! Should have done
Too many
5.
ones. Too many ones.
Too many ones.
Hey, if it moves on its turn, it's going to take some thunder damage.
Ah.
It also has enormous reach. So.
Yeah, I think it's within 15 of you there. All right, I guess that will be all that Dinar can do for now. Dang.
You almost had it.
I know. Yeah, I can't. There's nobody close enough that the tactician acting on again after my turn would do anything. You guys are all too far.
I deliberately get out of there.
Yeah.
I saw that 16 damage did a little sliver, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be here anymore.
Okay. Oh, you're in range.
Uh-huh.
Well, then that. Yeah, that's just gonna thorny vine. 17 to hit to flick. Does not. Your shield, and that's a crit.
Ooh.
Well, that one I'm going to have to silver bars.
17.
Let's see. Good.
Still good.
That shield has been doing pretty well lately.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes me a little concerned.
Well, I'm close enough that I could throw Whelming Wrath at him with disadvantage, but if I make that a reckless attack, I guess I would even out to a regular roll.
Regular roll. Yep.
Okay. I don't really want to move because I got people hiding behind me, so.
Ooh.
29.
Yeah.
Okay, so 26, 27, 28. So 20,
29.
29
Yeah.
bludgeoning damage.
22 points more than necessary.
I won't even get into the acid damage then. You just hear the sound of a cinder block being dropped in a compost bin.
That's a good
A
way.
squelch.
Just a squelch, yep.
I like that. It's a good description.
Hooray, we won.
The
As I was saying,
otherworldly creatures seem to have been vanquished for the moment.
we should probably get moving.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Torque just grabs Nix's rope and just starts walking.
All right. So as you prefer to do that, now is a good point for us actually to take a break post-combat. So we will do that. As we're kind of halfway through. So we'll take a short break and we will be back. So stay tuned. as the forest comes to relative quiet around you, still the odd eyes and teeth in the trees, although they seem to be receding back into their dormant form once again. You find a moment to catch your breath after this unusual encounter. Runix seems legitimately surprised, shaken, like the rest of you, not expecting that.
Something
Breathes a
at
little bit
least.
easier now, but he's kind of like, that was something.
Yeah. Didn't you work for Triscades or something?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I had no connection to him. I
Had?
wish that were still the
Noticing
case.
a pointed piece of tense there.
It has to do with the reasons why I'm here against my will. Sent to retrieve you, well, to follow you, send back information. Not by choice, as I mentioned. Things are not as they once were in Port Vargost.
Mm.
Yeah, we heard about that change.
Yes.
So, who sent you against your will?
Up at Vargost.
And why is it against your will?
Well, as I already told you, believe it or not, I had no interest in you at all after. I mean, the only reason I was interested in the Ford in the first place was because of Captain Boone. Once all that strangeness went down, Ship Boone and the four of you had left town, I was actually quite happy to be. Well, that's not entirely true. I was keeping an eye on you for a while still, in case you were to return. Yes, I know that you caught one of my spies, but when it seemed obvious that you were moving on and not going to be in my hair, as it were. No, water under the bridge, as it were. I was moving on.
Right.
Yeah, just a minor assassination attempt. Water on the bridge, really.
Yeah.
Anywho, this is a walk.
Well, might I remind you that not only did you escape that encounter, but you killed me, or one of me, at least. And I did not return that favor, or seek to return that favor henceforth, so...
We're even because you tried to
Yeah.
murder us and we defended ourselves? Got it.
No, let's...
Yep.
I am going
Frank
to
is madly
snap.
storming it.
I'm going to snap the hammer of the pistol back and point it right at his head. And why should I not just solve this problem immediately?
Ooh. Good answer. Let's get a good answer.
Torque is going to
Ethics.
fall back in his position so that he's between Talon's pistol and Runix. He is our prisoner, Talon. This is not how we deal with prisoners.
So cut him loose.
Sporting chance.
Tell me.
Do not test me on this, Wavesinger.
So... I have to agree with your total friend here. And I'm going to be blunt. You don't exactly sound like much of the good guy at the moment, Talon. In fact, you sound a lot like me. So are you the good guy? Am I the bad guy?
The good guys put the bad guys down. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
And
Threatening to shoot
If-
a tied up and unarmed individual. Yes, very good of you.
Yeah.
Save your moral high horse and all of that. You prance around as if you're some noble hero, but come on,
I'll trip him
we're not that different.
and then storm off. I'm not noble.
As he kind of falls to the ground, he just sits there and says, "Thank you for proving my point.
Like Talon will kind of look over at Dinar at this point.
Just like me, there's nothing different about us at all." So you can pretend to be more moral superior, or you can pretend to be the good guys, whatever you want, but when you act like that, do exactly the things that I would.
Rip him again. Come on. Less talk, more walk. Let's get out of here.
All right.
He just kind of laughs.
Look, Tayland, why don't you guys head us off? We'll start walking.
Interesting.
Dinar will pick Brunix up off the ground.
Aye, Captain.
Got it, Skipper. Let me know if he needs flattening again, though.
You're the first one I'm calling.
Or a hole in the head.
You know, keep that up, and High Captain Vargost and the one he works for might lose interest in trying to kill you and might think about recruiting you.
Well, it would get us
Rudix.
closer to being able to do what we want to do.
Yes, talk.
in your well-seasoned travels across these many islands, have you ever come across a particular idiom? I think it's called "quit while you're ahead."
Look, let me be perfectly clear with you. I'm not afraid of you. Not because I don't think that you could kill me. In fact, you're proving that you might, despite our current situation. There are other things I fear more.
Quite
I have
frankly,
nothing to lose. Kill me or not. Honestly, I don't really care at this point. I'm tired. I'm done with my
quite frankly,
current situation.
I don't particularly care if you're afraid of me or not. Frankly, I don't actually give a rat's ass as to what your opinion on me is. I'm keeping you alive because it is the sensible thing to do. And in spite of everything, you may have information that is actually useful to us. But I am but a single person. And I can't guarantee that I'll be able to keep my eye on you at all times. So please, for all of our interests and for the interests of the entire world, which, by the way, we are currently endeavoring to save, and that you could play a part in that, don't provoke the motherfucker with the gun. Tugs on the rope and keeps walking.
Let me ask you this, Talk.
I can't guarantee I'll answer, but go
Since
ahead.
at the moment I currently pose absolutely no threat to any of you, should you have to save me from your compatriot with the gun, I'm finding myself questioning this group of yours and your, well,
You said it yourself.
your ethical
Runix.
standing.
Well, Runix, you said it yourself. We're not entirely dissimilar from you. However, I would like to think that we are working towards a common goal.
Interesting.
In fact, if there's anyone here that bears the most similarity to you, it would probably be me. And not just due to our shared greenish hue.
I resemble that remark.
And if your friend did pull the trigger, what would you do?
I'm not rightly sure. Hopefully we don't find out.
Interesting. Well, please, lead on.
I will continue to.
Clearly, I'm going with you, sir. Up to it. All that.
Hey, Flick.
Yeah.
Let's poison his food.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you.
Oh my goodness.
I got 3 sea slugs with his name on it, man.
Out of game. Let's just be wary of the consequences of becoming
That was a joke.
evilly aligned.
That was a
I don't
joke.
know if the Geneva Conventions exists in Eudora, but
They do. They're called
The
the,
Torque-
the Majiva Convention.
the Torque Conventions do exist.
No, that was definitely a jab.
All right.
Although if Flick does actually give him a poison slug, that would be funny.
Like, as we're walking away, Dinar will walk up next to Runix.
Captain.
See, Runix, what you need to understand is that we have been given a very high-tier mission to, let's say, rescue all of Eudora. As you can understand,
Oh, yes.
the amount of stress that comes along with a mission like that is pretty high. So, we've had a couple of weeks of some pretty intense encounters. So, you'll have to forgive us if we're maybe a little high-strung, because our dealings in the past with you have been you interfering with everything we're trying to accomplish. So, you popping up at this moment is, let's just say, another wrench in the cog that we are trying to roll forward to save the whole world.
You don't find that a tad presumptuous?
That we are trying to save the world?
That you think you can? That you four, who can't even agree on what to do with an unarmed prisoner, you think you can save the world? Curious.
Torque
Well,
scoffs at that.
well, Runix, have you
Interesting.
heard about everything that went down at Valtier?
Yes.
It was us. We rescued Valtier. We dealt with Eddard Vale. I know that
Yes.
Triskades is significantly more powerful than Eddard ever was, but
Oh, you have no idea. You truly don't.
I
and
think
that's
we have
okay.
some idea at this point.
The point is, we, even if we play a small part in dealing with Triskades, have a mission. And again, you seem to pop up at times to interfere with whatever it is that we're doing, so seeing you here, it's like that mosquito that just won't go away. That just keeps bugging you, biting you, buzzing around you. I am curious.
Believe me, Runix.
And some
as
could
soon
say the
as
same
someone...
about the four of you.
Well, you have this story about coming out here and being forced against your will to follow us. Yet for some reason you seem unarmed. Why would your employer send you out against 4 people who are heavily armed without any armaments?
As
And
punishment.
actually you, not some, fake version of you.
Punishment,
As-
you say?
Punishment.
Punishment for what? What did you do?
I dare to defy The great liberator, High Captain Vargos.
Well, hey, at least he punished you instead of just outright killing you. That's gotta be something.
I would have preferred the former, actually. Or the latter, I mean.
Well, that
He makes
sense.
a mockery of everything that Porto de Arias ever stood for. He calls himself a liberator, that he's ensuring freedom by quelling rebellion. And yet all he's done is enslave us all to his personal will, all in the name of freedom, justice, safety, whatever other words you want to throw in there. He's turned the Freeport. It's nothing more than a slave camp. And I will never be caught up in that again. You mark my words. He looks directly at you, Fleck, as he says that.
So, working with Triskades is perfectly fine unless he starts enslaving people.
I never worked with Triskades. I already told you that.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Yeah.
nothing to do with him.
These creepy powers definitely just happened.
Did you choose to be fractured? Did you choose for those abilities to come to you, Taylor?
I mean, Flick kind of did.
Did you walk out in the middle of the night and just say, you know what, I would really love to be cursed with some strange magical powers that I don't understand. That would be fantastic. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
Would that mean that you are working with Triskades then as well, if you seem to have these chaotic abilities? Yet again, we are way more similar than you seem to understand. I didn't choose this. You think
So-
Jordan chose his situation?
If I can interrupt for a second here, I
Please,
would like
please
to
do.
propose a thought experiment of sorts. Let's say, hypothetically, that you were liberated once and for all from Captain Vargos. You were allowed to act freely and within your own interests, and we, purely hypothetically, of course, promised that we would not interfere. What would your first course of action be then? What did the motivations of a free Runix look like?
I don't think you're ready to hear the honest answer to that.
You can't handle the truth.
What makes you think I'm not ready?
Knowing what will happen if you somehow were to truly free me from the grip of Argost and Triskades. I already told you of the choice between slavery and death, which I would choose. Let that give you some insight as to what I would do.
And what I am asking is, what if you didn't have to make a choice between those two options? What if a third were to exist?
And what is this
We're good.
hypothetical third?
Freedom and life, obviously. If that were two things that were both attainable to you at the same time, what would you do with them?
I would find a way to leave this world and never come back. That's the honest truth.
Now, when you say this world, I somehow doubt that you're speaking metaphorically, as in like this world of crime or this world of piracy. Based on everything we've experienced so far, I can't help but feel as though there is a very literal meaning to your words.
You are correct. This
Are you-
world is doomed. It's gonna happen, folks.
Well, you already sound like
Reality
you're
is-
speaking from a perspective of one who's outside looking in. Are you from this world originally, then?
Yes. But I've seen things, experienced things. You have too. Just look around you. This world is unraveling. Reality is pulling apart. Triskades is only going to hasten the inevitable.
So, what you're telling me is, if free will were attainable for you,
Big if.
you would choose to abandon ship rather to stand and fight for this world and all that exists within it?
Fight what? Fight how? Fight reality?
You know, the Triskades
Well-
has been beaten before.
If that is your answer, Runix, then I
Triskades
can't
is
say
not
that
the
I don't.
cause. You really don't understand any of it.
Then
What I
enlighten
understand
us.
is that while I won't fault you for preferring to flee, I will say that perhaps this is an indication that we are not quite as similar as you believe.
I would agree.
Yes, I'm much smarter than you.
Trip
Hmm.
again.
Obviously. You
Well-
trip him again?
Yeah, absolutely. On that, no.
All right. Give me a
Flick
give
is
me
so
a
petty.
dexterity
That was
saving throw.
unnecessary. I think we were making some actual progress there.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, Flick.
Dex save. All right. Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, there's a 7.
Uh-oh.
You go to trip him. He evades it, and he roundhouse kicks you in the face.
Roundhouse.
Oh, awesome.
As you try to trip him again, and he jumps over it, kicks you, and he just turns and looks at you and he's like, villain.
Before anything else can happen, can Torque enter a rage? I want to get large
Oh my
just so I
goodness.
can literally hold Runix up out of Flick's reach, and also so Runix can't kick him again.
Okay.
So Torque is just going to grow and just like holding Runix at the end of the string. He's going to glare down at Flick and be like, if you keep doing that, getting out of this forest is going to take much longer than necessary, Flick. Runix.
All right.
Torque will
Fine.
dangle the string a little bit. Depending on how things play out here, my hypothetical scenario might be less hypothetical than I make it out to be. If that does happen, then, of course, what you do after that is up to you, but I'm interested in seeing whether or not you might reconsider. Now, I am about to return to regular size. When I do, I hope that we can all put this aside long enough for us to get to a safe place to make camp.
Oh, I have no intentions of starting anything.
This was a message to the group, to all present.
I will retie his feet and hands, apparently.
He never tied his. Well, he guess he sort of tied his feet, yeah, but
Yeah.
he
I'll
managed
make
to
sure
jump
that
up and kick you. So
there's less give now. He's shuffling.
does it give you pleasure to tie a person up like this, Flick?
This is part of the job.
Interesting. No moral quandary from you at all.
You are a prisoner, Runix. You understand that, right? This is not some kind of slavery situation. This is a
I
prisoner
understand.
situation.
How long have we been traveling for at this time?
Probably. This is post-fight. Probably like, I'd say within an hour. This has all kind of happened. Nothing else has jumped out of the forest at you at all. The forest does still seem weird and overgrown and dark.
So, Runix, enlighten me for a moment.
Did you say it was getting dark?
The forest is dark because the canopy
Oh,
is
okay.
so thick that it blocks out the sun. So
I didn't know if you meant like time
Yeah.
of day. Sorry.
No. It's
So-
just a dark wood. Yeah.
Copy that.
So you were forced against your will to come and spy on us
Yes.
as punishment for something that you had done against Captain Farghost.
Yes.
You think that our efforts are futile, that there is no stopping Triskades, and you would rather be off this rock than anywhere near it.
Very much so.
Why did you reveal yourself to us in the woods?
I didn't intentionally. As you recall,
Done messed up.
I too was attacked by whatever the hell those things were. Was bitten. Having no weapons given to me to defend myself, there was not much I could do. Your keen-eared friend there heard me scuffling, and I figured at that point it was better to come out into the open rather than get shot.
I heard him
Hiding in the
sniveling in the
bushes.
bushes, and so I pointed him out, and then
Yes, great job, Flick. Good job.
I'm there for you, Skipper.
Runix, how long exactly have you been following us?
A long time.
And you've just been reporting back on what you've been finding?
Yes.
Were you following us when we were in Valtier?
Not physically.
That you were scrying on us?
Yes.
When did you physically start following us then?
2 days ago. Once you had, well, yes, 2 days, lose track of time. Once you'd made port here in Anhold, I was instructed to come here physically to track you.
Again, against your will.
Very much so.
Why didn't you
And
run?
Because I can't.
Because...
I can't even
Hold the-
explain it to you.
hold that thought, Captain. Something occurs to me. As punishment for some misgiving, Vargos sent Runix unarmed to spy on us personally. No clone, no simulacra, no defenses. It sounds a bit like sloppy work on Vargos' part. In fact,
Or
if the circumstances were different, it sounds a bit like Vargos sent Runix intentionally to his death.
Yeah, that's
Which-
what it sounded like.
Would not be a very good way of gathering information on us if your spy were to meet an untimely demise because of his lack of preparation. Weighing all of that, do you think it's possible that Vargos might have another more well-prepared spy tailing us as we speak? And he's going to look at Vargos as he says that too. I mean, he's going to look at Runix as he says that too. Sorry, I said Vargos a lot and it did something to my brain.
See him, he's looking at you, and you can see him like almost like trying to move his mouth, trying to answer.
Runix,
Yes.
is there some sort of magic preventing you from disclosing the full details of your assignment?
He
If
seems unable to answer.
That seems like a yes.
And you can see it's physically paining him. You can see him like,
Oh no, really. Tell us everything. Come on, spill the beans, buddy. We're all
Gentlemen.
ears now.
I think that we have successfully established that Runix is the least of our concerns right now.
Well,
I mean, yeah, let's leave him tied to a tree and keep going then.
no. We can't do that.
I mean, we certainly can.
We physically we
But
could,
we shouldn't.
yes, we won't. Captain's orders, we will not.
All right.
Dinar says that unsteady because while he's the captain, he oftentimes doesn't feel like the leader.
Oh, yes. Oh, master.
Look, there.
So we
While
find
Runix,
the next gate.
sorry, go ahead.
Next gate we find, we shove this guy through and then we're done with him. Does that sound good?
Actually, come to think of it, that might be a way of giving everyone what they want.
See?
Runix, you do want to flee this
Magnanimous
world.
right here.
If
Not a
we,
scumbag like
I
you.
don't mean to the void. Thank you very much.
You
well,
didn't specify.
obviously not, but if
Fingers,
we
choosers.
were to find
Just did.
some other portal to some other presumably safe location, and you took it, it sort of sounds like a two birds with one stone situation. You wouldn't be around to harangue us any further, and you would get your wish as well, which is to flee Eudora, never to return. Just something to consider.
One proviso, I need to kick him in the butt to push him through the door. Otherwise, we're all good.
Literally would have to because I could not.
All the better.
Is that part of the spell that you cannot tell us about? It's all right. I'll be able to find out based on what you can't tell me.
Look, there's two things that I think we really need to consider. Number one is, okay, Vargo sent him after us because maybe we can just kill him. But I mean, what's the point? Vargos could kill him if he really wanted to, so that makes me question if Vargos is seeking something from us for some reason. Two,
Well,
this man is now a slave. And while I don't have any personal experience with that, I know that at least one of you does. And while we don't like him, we don't like more the people that are doing this to him. So for the time being, he will remain in our care. Until so much a time as we can free him of whatever is causing him this inability to speak.
You know, Dinar, they tell stories about people like you. Anyway,
And I'm sure there are stories that are lovely, yes.
I think that might be his way of begrudgingly calling you a hero.
I don't think that's the word that he wants to use for me, but sure, let's go with your word.
well, as long as he's in chains, he is a prisoner. Unless we
Yes.
get him to do things under duress, he is not a slave.
To
For the
us.
time being, we will maintain status as prisoner. And rightfully so.
We definitely have a justification for holding this guy prisoner.
Yes.
The fact that other people have him as an indentured servant, that's not so cool. We should probably work to stop that. Totally agree. Still want to fill his face in, though. Just
Yes.
putting that on the table.
And I'm not judging you for wanting to do that. This man has given
Pork
us a lot of
is.
trouble. But for now, we will
Have I,
take care of
though?
him.
I mean, really, in light of all that you've experienced and how long it's been since we've seen each other, how much trouble exactly have I given you?
Well, you
Yet
tried.
again, indicating that I'm here against my will and would rather not be, and was more than happy to be completely done with you.
Well, your clone simulacrum thing tried to kill us on the docks at Port of Sands. So
If you'll recall, I actually wasn't trying to kill you, I was trying to capture you. As a bargaining chip for Captain Boone, my intention was never lethal, and I actually made that clear when we engaged in that fight. So I have never actually tried to kill you, yet you killed me. That was our only hostile. That was our only hostile interaction. Every other interaction we had was words, nothing more, conversation. We had one encounter. Yes, I tried to capture you. Yes, you ended the life of one of my simulacrum, and I believe some of my compatriots were snuffed out by you as well. So you've killed more of me and mine than I have of you or yours, which is actually 0. I've done no damage.
That's because we're efficient.
So again, how much trouble exactly have I caused you? I would really like to, let's put things in perspective here.
See, the problem is you're kind of inept. That's okay. We're willing to work with you a bit. But shut up and keep walking.
You can't exactly blame us for not wanting to trust you at the very least.
You don't need to trust me. At least be honest with yourselves about exactly what the situation is. If anything, I've been a minor inconvenience to you. And I think you'll find I'm right. Anyway, I think I'm done talking for now.
Praise the
Save
God.
breath.
Speaking of convenience, has anyone noticed that none of these trees have tried to eat us again?
Could have just been that one side. Does the forest still look the same, or does it look different?
It's still dark and twisted and unnatural.
Spoopy.
You don't notice any more like faces in the trees that you've.
Are
Unless
we
you-
in need
have
of
been
a
looking
light
for-
source?
No, you can see well enough. There's enough
Okay.
light, but it's
Gotcha.
like being
I-
in under thick canopy on a cloudy day, where like you can see, not great,
Right.
but you can see.
I'm on the working impression here that the big trees really only attack when there's little things that are perhaps creating potential corpses for the big trees.
Mm.
As long as we don't see anything little, I think we're okay from the big ones.
Yeah, but why are there no more little ones? Is it just because they're created from hapless travelers who ventured in and they never made it this far?
Or it's got something to do with that thing that came out of that portal. Maybe Triskates didn't
I
exactly expect
think-
something to make it past that.
That thing was there for us specifically. He seemed to be pretty. He seemed to take offense at our existence.
Kind of knew us by name, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Kind of like that one.
Runix like doesn't even respond, doesn't look at you, doesn't give any facial expression at all.
Do you know anything about any of this forest, or are you just here because we are here?
Even if he does know, he might not be able to tell us
Yeah, I suppose.
physically speaking.
Okay,
at least,
I will agree. We should try to get that off of him. I don't like not knowing things.
anyone have anything that can remove a curse
Yeah, I do.
or dispel some sort of magic?
I do have that ability.
Well, I was thinking something a little easier first. I will summon up my my magic quill. Want to like try writing it down instead of saying it?
He begrudgingly looks at you, Flick, and just goes,
I suppose it makes sense if it were that
Oh,
easy.
I can
then-
take dictation if you prefer. Oh wait, hang on.
What time is it? With the canopy, is it? Are we able to tell what like
It's late afternoon. You guys are well, like you're into the second day. You didn't make it as far as you would have because of that, so you're probably still just
Okay.
over half a day. So sort of where you were.
Let's make use of what daylight we have and continue walking. When we make camp, we'll try to deal with Runix's magical situation in greater effort.
Earliest I can deal with that is tomorrow.
All the more reason to keep moving for now.
Agreed.
Mm.
You're gonna keep going until nightfall, kind of thing, or
I mean, assuming nothing impedes us, that's kind of what Torque is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine this forest is going to get even more spooky, and then at night, I don't know if that's going to make it worse, though.
Don't know
Oh,
that there's
Once we
any
get
way
late
for us-
afternoon, then I'll definitely cast light on Runix. He's the beacon.
Are we
It's
aware?
so pretty.
I'm looking at the map. Are we aware of the body of water that is beside us, or would we be unaware of that? Either side of us, really. The
you're
ocean or
not
the
you're
lake?
not actually that close to it.
Okay.
You know, each one of these is like 12 miles, so you're
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's more of an abstraction.
not like right beside it. It's like
Right.
a good trek away from you. Yeah. But there is a river that's been flowing along the road, so yeah, there's water.
Well, now can
So the rest of the trek goes pretty uneventfully. As night closes in, the sound of the forest does seem to change. And you hear different sorts of creatures start to come out.
What kind of creatures?
Yeah, like standard woodland creatures, or
Give me a nature check.
okay. Anybody else want to check that as well with me?
I'll give it a shot. Nature. Oh, I got a +5 in
That's
nature.
not really
I'll
my
roll.
thing.
I'll give advantage to Torque.
Oh, I got a 24.
Roll it again. See if you get a nat 20.
advantage.
Okay.
He don't need your stinking advantage.
Torque spent a lot of isolated evenings, even though he was on a small island, just listening. So
I
while
rolled
like,
again and it was not as good.
hearing the sounds of nature and that which is natural, you definitely do hear natural sounds, nocturnal creatures, but you hear other sounds that are distorted, like an owl's hoot that sounds discordant. It's off. It's not quite right.
Hmm.
The croak of a bullfrog that echoes more than it should. Some sounds that you can't really put a finger on.
How long does Summon Beast last, Tayland?
Oh, that's like an hour, if that. It's gone. It's
Oh,
gone.
damn.
I mean, I could
I was
cast
gonna
it
say
again.
maybe the Find Familiar version, just to keep watch, to keep a perimeter. I mean, I guess we have Paige as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't mind bringing Willie out for a couple hours to keep watch, but definitely won't be able to be out for a very, very long time.
Your find familiar is not permanent?
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, I think when you do it as a druid,
okay.
Druid
it-
style
it-
is different.
yeah,
It is.
Whoopa druid style.
It lasts for
Hour per druid
2
level.
hours. Yeah, a number of hours equal to half my druid level.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's like a. You get the benefit is that you get it as an action, whereas normally it's like a 10-minute ritual.
It is a
or
ritual,
an hour
that's right,
ritual
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. So even if he dies, I can still bring him back as an action, and I don't need the brazier and all the other stuff. So swings and roundabouts.
Nothing other than those sounds catches your attention. Or like there's nothing attacking you, nothing coming out stalking, nothing that I would say with that high enough a roll doesn't sound particularly dangerous, like threatening to you. Just strange, twisted, different.
Well, at any rate, Torque will start building a fire, start setting up camp.
During camp setup, Flick will definitely ritual cast Alarm.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're doing that, Dinar is going to ritual cast Detect Magic. We'll get a better sense of the woods that we're in, and potentially runics.
With detect magic, there's nothing of. You don't detect any magical nature coming off of runics. Like there's no items or anything that you
Magical
can
about
sense. He literally seems to have nothing on him at all.
Okay.
I don't know if I trust that though.
But there are several auras of magic kind of surrounding him, encapsulating him. Divination, abjuration are the two probably strongest. Some transmutation in there as well.
Okay. All right.
So he's being affected by magic. He doesn't seem to be. I'd say like you're familiar enough with sort of basic magical things at this point. Like he doesn't seem to be the source, and he doesn't. There's nothing coming off of him. Like you're not detecting like magical items or anything.
Right.
But there are auras around him. There is magic affecting him.
Noticing that, Dinar will go over, put a hand on his shoulder, and cast Dispel Magic. I'll start at 3rd level. Do I need to choose a specific school of magic? I'll start with
which one you want to try to dispel.
The divination is actually the one that concerns me most initially, because it means that we could be being watched, I think. So I will try to dispel the divination first.
Okay.
Sense.
You said you're just doing 3rd level.
I'll start 3rd level, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20. Add your spellcasting ability to it.
That's a 19 plus 8, so 27.
Dang. Okay. It takes you some time as the spell, the enchantment woven on him is multiple fold. Like there's more than just one aspect to it. He's as you unravel it, you kind of catch a glimpse of some of what it is, not all of it. There definitely is a almost like the best way to describe it is like a tracker, like a spell that's like a tracking sense, like somebody is being able to divine his location, his every move, like where he is. That's part of it. Part of it also allows this theoretical other person to look through runics, to use runics as a focal point to see beyond him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third part of it, something that you've never really encountered before. It's divination in the sense that it has to do with divining, understanding, but it's the opposite. It's a spell. It could theoretically be what's affecting his ability to speak. That it's the best you can understand is that it takes away knowledge. It takes away understanding or the ability to use that, and so it's almost like a spell of understanding and divination was reversed in some twisted way. And as you kind of work through unraveling that, give me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. Oh, that's not in box. Oh, I should have taken the roll outside the box. A total of 12.
Okay.
Thank you. 8 Arcana.
That's enough. It's very low DC because you've experienced something similar before. There's an element of this magic that reminds you of the chaos that was coming off of Talent. Magic that does not draw its source from the Orduan weave, but from the other weave. There's chaos magic woven in here, which would seemingly be the source of being able to manipulate and sort of twist what a spell should normally be able to do and alter it in different ways, unusual ways. So there's a combination of sort of what you would call normal magic, like magic using the regular source, the weave, and also magic drawing from the Ataxian weave.
Hey, Flick.
I think me and Flick have just kind of been watching this whole thing with like feigned interest.
I think I've discovered what is preventing Runix here from speaking to us. The strange thing is that it's divination, but it's manipulated chaos magic. It's using the other weave.
That's clever.
Well, that's not something I can do. Can you do that?
I mean, not readily. Not intentionally. I can have a little flip through the old book here, but
do you think that this is something that Jorand could do?
no, he's grounded in this world.
Do you think maybe this is the work of somebody else who's fractured like us?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Runix.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, damn.
Can you now tell us why you've been sent to follow us?
I can. Forgive me, just give me a moment to weigh through the potential consequences of what might be waiting in, to trap me as I do. Let me test the waters a bit, as it were. Captain Vargost. He works for Triskades. He is one of many that Triskades has sunken his dark tentacles into, manipulated into being an agent of chaos. The Port of Sands is fallen. It is fully under Triskades' control. I know it goes deeper than the captaining. I don't know how far, but Vargost has powers that he should not have.
Well, he can join the club there.
You know that Jorand upped his tower and left too, right?
We were not aware of that. No.
That's not that surprising.
Just think on that a moment that Jorand fled the port, left, went elsewhere. So before you call me a coward,
Didn't leave the planet though, right? Just
I
left
mean,
the city.
I was gonna say, I hope he wasn't gonna say before you call me a coward, you should consider. I'm like, I have no problem calling both of you cowards.
Also true.
I think I can speak. I never had any interest in working for Triskades. And I understand that you have reason to mistrust me. But I swear, on whatever you want me to swear, that never would I enslave myself to that creature. Never. Is
there another spy following us as well?
I would assume so. I honestly don't know, but I would not be surprised.
Well, Torque, I can tell you that
If you had to,
part of this spell that was affecting him was a tracker and gave the person who cursed him with this the ability to look through his eyes. So they might not have needed another spy. They were able to look through him.
Really? Dagger piercing. Huh. Interesting.
It's been dispelled, Flick. It's no longer the case.
Oh, not anymore.
how well, Runix, do you know other associates of Vargost? If you had to make an educated guess, who, in addition to yourself, do you think you would send after us?
At this point, pick any member of any ship in what was previously the Port of Sands.
So nothing
Because
that we
Vargost is working for Triskades. This is not just a high captain wanting to spy. This is the one that you believe you can beat. And so the possibilities are endless. He doesn't even need creatures. Do you know the fullness of his abilities? I don't.
We don't know the fullness of his abilities.
If anyone were to know, it would probably be us.
Perhaps the ground is watching us right now. I mean, who knows? We're pretty past anything in this forest.
Would it give you any comfort to know that we have spoken to a dragon
who was part of the crew that dealt with Triskades the last time around.
A dragon who is trapped, who is wounded, who's unable to do anything now. You mean that dragon?
Oh, this cocky bastard. Enough. They're going to take his dagger out.
Listen, I was with you, okay?
And
Not.
cut your bindings.
Ooh.
Get the hell out. We're done. And he,
can't.
again, storms off.
I can't, Flick.
Is this something else that the magic is compelling you to do? Is to stay near us a certain distance?
I think you need to hug.
I have
Sorry.
no choice. I have no choice but to follow you. Not because I want to, not because he's convinced me. I don't think this is one that you can dispel, deny. Well, thank you for freeing my tongue. I appreciate that, but my physical being, my very existence is compelled to watch you, to follow you, to be a part of this.
Does this compulsion also seek to do us harm? If given the chance, would you take that dagger and attempt to kill us in our sleep at camp tonight? Or is it only observation that you are compelled to do?
He leans in a little bit closer to you, Torque, with his hands free. I would not. Take that for what you will.
Well,
I
I mean, based
honestly-
on
I don't wish you any harm right now. I don't care about you.
Sure.
And granted, like, honestly, if it were up to me, I'd have nothing to do with you. I don't care anything about you at all.
well, based on everything else, we don't really have any reason to disbelieve him. So I suppose he can stay untied.
I don't want to be here any more than you want me here. Believe that.
This is why you said if we came up to a portal, you'd need Flick to kick you through.
Exactly.
You don't have the ability to do it yourself.
Do not.
Well, I'm lining up. Don't you worry.
Well, Runix, it seems like for the time being, you are a member of the Radiant Dawn.
Strange bedfellows indeed.
Oh, please, no. I'm not a member of your little...
Oh, I think the
Sap-happy
captain needs a
crew.
new cabin boy. That sounds perfect.
I am not a member of your crew.
Oh, you are now. You've been
Well,
drafted.
This is an interesting conundrum, isn't it? Because you are magically compelled to stay close to us at all times. And considering it sounds like we have some mutual enemies, close to us might be the safest place you could possibly be.
Yes, but I'm not magically compelled to obey you or do whatever you want me to do on your ship.
That's okay.
Pretty sure that would fall under compulsion.
That's
And
all right.
Well,
We'll get
And he winks
Kissick
at you.
to push you
know.
around. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
We would have to pay him. I think that there are some people amongst our crew, including present company, that might take issue with unpaid labor.
That's all right.
Even if
Absolutely.
it-
But he
from
would
a
have to
moral
wear the
standpoint.
standard uniform as well, though. So no more fancy jackets and crap. So.
Something to consider, Runix.
Honest work, man.
And we'll still, work towards finding you a portal off this world, but in the meantime, might be a chance to shore up some travel expenses.
We can continue working on those other things that are cursing you.
Interesting conundrum we find ourselves in.
Well, frankly, the way I see it, I think that we would offer a much more hospitable work environment than your previous crew, if you can believe that.
I'll think on it.
Well, you have plenty of time to think. We're not out of the woods just yet, metaphorically or otherwise.
You not.
Cards right here. Work way up to senior cabin boy. Just saying.
Can I ask you gents something?
Can't guarantee I'll answer, but go ahead.
I mean, you asked us a lot. What's one more?
It's true.
It's one more.
Did Jordan ever tell you what happened to him?
I mean,
What happened to him when?
yeah. I assume he means
You
the
mean
whole
the
apparatus
reason why
thing.
he is currently outside of his body?
Yes, that.
It's not just old age. He is a human after all.
I am not an expert on human physiology, but I don't think that is something that normally happens to them at that age, Captain.
I can assure you it's not.
I've spent my life almost exclusively with dwarves, so I'm not very familiar with humans. Enlighten us. What's happened to Jorand?
We were friends once. He and I. I'm sure you find that hard to believe, but I wasn't always, well, who I came to be. There was a time when I was a keen adventurer just like you.
Was there
I
an
found
arrow
myself,
in the knee?
found myself on an excursion with a group of other individuals, Jorand among them, investigating some old ruins, looking for some rumored dwarven artifacts of mysterious nature. That trip didn't go as planned. We found the ruins. We found the artifact. It was not what we expected. I know that you have come into contact with axiom crystals. The raw manifestation, physical manifestation of chaos magic here in the material world. These ruins were rife with them. Walls, ceiling covered in strange crystals poking out of every crevice. We had no idea what they were. Nobody really heard anything about them or seen them at that point. And I was the reckless sort, smashed my way through, thinking they're in our way. Jordan decided to join the fun. Some rather nifty destructive magic. Before long, it was, well, 5 of us. Having a little contest to see who could smash the most crystals. Make the best of it. I had no idea what we were doing. A few crystals here and there. Smashed them and nothing seemed to really happen. The light, strange light that was in there sort of dimmed. But the more that we broke, this hum started filling the room. Deep, resonant, almost subsonic. Such that we didn't notice it at first until it started to grow. It had grown. Before we knew it, the entire room was shaking. Sound waves emanating from everywhere and nowhere. That very air around us seemed to be vibrating with pent-up energy. We grabbed what we came for. As we were about to leave, blackness, darkness. The next thing I remember was waking up literally beside myself. There was two of me. That was my very first clone. Jorand was crushed, his body broken. The rest of our party was, I don't even know, obliterated. Perhaps they ran. Never did find out. I grabbed Jorand with the help of myself, and the two of me carried Jorand and the artifact out of there. Anyway, I think the rest is perhaps Jordan's to tell. His own journey to how he manifested his tower and presenting himself in that way and all. Me, I found myself with interesting opportunity to be in two places at once, literally. Became rather beneficial. It wasn't until many years later that we understood where we were. Fractured. Just like you.
Did we know that Jorand was fractured?
Thought we did.
Captured one of his lieutenants and interrogated them. That was the first time we'd actually heard the term.
Runix, I mean, yes, but not Jorand.
But Jorand.
Yes,
Oh.
Jorand.
How old are you, Linux? Are you and Jordan comparable in age, or was he already old when all this happened?
One of the side effects, well, I suppose having a duplicate of oneself is a side effect, but a side effect of the side effect is that in a way I never age, because every time I created a copy, I'm not even really sure how I did it, but I could sort of feed years into it, taking back years off my life, making myself younger every time, transferring year, two, into whatever individual. The more years that I transferred into one, the more powerful. And so if I wanted just a quick copy of myself, I could take a day or two off. Infinite life. the sort. Well,
All I got was big ears. Crazy, huh?
Runix, what was the artifact that you were looking for?
it was a gem that had been imbued by the ancient dwarves with pure chaos magic. I already know that you know that the Drakfos dwarves were experimenting with Taxian crafting, despite the desire of other parties to be wary of anything to do with the Taxian. They saw potential in it, to refine it, to craft it, to make something with it.
Ting ting on my shield.
I was going to say they were quite successful.
Never found out what this artifact did. It was stolen. I don't know by who. No idea where it went. Neither does Jorand.
Was it stolen
I'm
from
sorry,
you or
Mary.
from Jorand?
Yes.
Okay.
We were still, I don't know if friends is the right word, but associates for a couple of years after the incident until we went on separate paths. Not long after we retrieved it and brought it back, it was gone. It seems to have vanished. It's out there somewhere.
And how long
I
ago
don't know
did
what
you
it
and
does.
how long ago did you and Jorand go on this adventure?
Before you were born. Before any of you were born.
Say it like 15 years ago. Like that's
I mean, I'm pretty old.
How old is Torque?
Pork is like mid 40s.
I'll say I think I should know, but Dinar is 45.
For the sake of this conversation, Torque is fairly old.
I thought Turk was like 80 something, but maybe I'm wrong.
That's just
That
that's Maybelline.
Just say that it was a long time ago.
He was like early 30s when he was marooned, and then he was marooned for about 10 years. So
So it's safe to say that Jorand has far outlived the expectations of any other human in years.
And then some.
And then some.
But is being physically trapped in a pod that literally keeps you alive. Living or surviving.
Mm-hmm.
kind of like your racist grandpa, Dayland.
Ah, yes, Silas.
Yeah,
oh, you know him as well.
he's been following us for a long time.
Oh, I
saw your
suppose so.
encounter with him.
Unrelated to us.
Oh, I didn't know of him before that, no. Just
Oh.
as from watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Anyways. Like I said, gentlemen, we have more in common than I think any of us would like to admit. Now that we're all besties, I'm really tired and I think I'd like to get some sleep.
Don't call us that.
I'll take first watch.
Cabin boy's got to get the skipper's bedroll ready anyway, so up to it.
Not a chance.
He hasn't accepted the offer yet.
Is it shiny
do I
silver
plan
piece
to-
for you?
As he's like rolling himself over, tucking himself up against a tree stump or whatever you can find.
God, that guy's insufferable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You still awake? I'll be louder next time. God, that guy's insufferable. Anywho,
And incorrigible.
Flick, your keen perception catches a fragrant waft coming in your direction.
Ooh,
In his general direction.
Eddie needs more
In his
fiber.
general direction,
His
yeah.
general direction.
Yeah. And I think as you all settle in for the evening for camp, that is where we will pick it up. In a few weeks, we'll be doing some pathfinding. Jump back into that campaign.
Yes.
In a few weeks, are we taking next week off or?
Next week is the path of finding,
And the week after that would be return to this.
and then we'll be jumping back to this. Yeah. So, so join us next week for Pathfinder: Legacy of the Lost Empire,
Mm-hmm.
DM'd by Mr. Ian, and then we
Yoo-hoo.
will come back
The,
to see
the youngster.
The youngsters, that's right. But that'll do it for this evening. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that. And again, stay tuned for fun news that's going to be coming up soon. And check out all the social things and all those like and such as.
Yes.
And we'll catch you next time. So good night, everyone. Bye.